Have you ever wondered how much money it would take to live the lifestyle of your choice? And not just on a budget, but in a comfortable way? My name is Jasmine Hernandez, and I'm a workforce outreach specialist with Workforce Solutions Lower Rio. Today, utilizing Texas Reality Check, a tool brought to you by the Labor Market and Career Information Department of the Texas Workforce Commission, I will help you figure that out. Texas Reality Check will show you how much your living expenses will cost, the amount of money you will need to earn to pay for them, and what occupations earn the minimum annual salary required for the life that you want. Texas Reality Check has 3 different calculators that you can use: the Lifestyle Calculator, the Occupation Calculator, and the Quick View Calculator. For the purpose of today's tutorial, we will be using the Lifestyle Calculator. While completing this tool, keep in mind that you have to make the selections for the life that you want to live once you have graduated from college and have started a family if you choose to have one. Before we get started, I want you to take a few moments to come up with the amount that you think it will take to live that type of life. Do you have an amount in mind? If so, click on Start Your Reality Check. Do not forget that if you need more time to make your selection, you have the power to pause the tutorial until you're ready to continue. The first step is for you to select a location in Texas that you will want to live in after you have graduated from college and have started working in the career of your choice. The locations are noted in alphabetical order, but if you're more of a visual person, the map of the state of Texas with the locations is to the right side of the browser. Keep in mind that the cost of living will vary by location. If your plan is not to live in the state of Texas, select a location with a high cost of living in order to have a more realistic idea of what your expenses will be. For the purpose of today's tutorial, I will be selecting McAllen. And once you make your selection, we are going to go into the next section. A huge part of being an adult is paying for your living space, which can be very exciting for some. Besides children, housing will be one of the biggest expenses as an adult. For this section, you can only make one selection. You can choose to live at home, which means that you can live with a parent or a family member and you do not have to worry about paying for rent or mortgage. A studio apartment, which is usually a really small room, everything next to each other with no privacy, and normally the only thing that is separate is a restroom. A 1-bedroom apartment, a house, or a 2-bedroom apartment. Depending on the location of your choice, the order in which the choices are noted may be different. For example, in the McAllen area, the monthly payment for a house is more cost efficient than the monthly payment of an apartment. Keep in mind that if you want to have a family, you may need something with more than 1 bedroom and more space. For the purpose of this tutorial, I will be selecting a house. As you can see on the right side of your browser, once you start making your selections, it will start calculating the amount for each section. And your total monthly expenses will start to increase. To learn more additional information for housing, you can go to rent estimates from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Once you have made your selection, click Next to go into the utilities. In the utilities section, you can make as many selections as you please. Keep in mind that some of these are needs and some are wants, but it is your life and you can choose to have whatever you want. Internet is still considered a want, but it's slowly turning into a need. When it comes to mobile phones, there are still some people that do not have them, but they do come in handy whenever you need to communicate with an employer or your family. We have water and gas, and then we have cable. Not everybody has cable. Some are opting out of cable and only using the internet to stream their shows. And then we have electricity. I will be selecting all the options under this category. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and scroll down and click Next to go into the food section. For this section, you're only allowed to make one selection. Some people choose to eat at home in order to save money or for health reasons. If you choose this, it means that you'll be having to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, and maybe even for everyone in your family. You can choose eat at home and grab fast food. So during lunch, you can pick up either McDonald's, Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, anything fast and cheap. You can choose to eat at home and dine out. Every once in a while, go to restaurants on the weekend, have fun, or dine out at restaurants all the time. If you do not like to cook and wash dishes, this is the best option for you. My selection for today will be Eat at Home and Dine Out. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the transportation section. Under the transportation section, you can only make one selection. You can choose human power, which means that you either have to bike or walk to and from work. Keep in mind that if this is what you decide, you may want to live relatively close to your place of employment. Some people choose public transportation because they don't know how to drive, traffic, or they're scared of driving. For this selection, you do have to live in a location that offers public transportation. If you want to own a vehicle, you have the option between a used, basic, average, or luxury vehicle. Keep in mind that if you do want to have a vehicle, you have other expenses with it, which means that you have to pay for an auto payment, insurance, gas, and maintenance. My selection for today will be an average vehicle. And then once you make your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the clothing category. For the clothing category, you can make as many selections as you please. Basics will allow you to buy t-shirts, socks, and jeans. You can include accessories if you like belts, hats, caps, and sunglasses. Work clothes if you plan to work in a professional setting that requires you to wear blouses, trousers, or suits, or that requires you to wear a uniform like scrubs. Or you can choose shop till you drop. I will be choosing the basics and work clothes. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the healthcare category. Under the Affordable Care Act, if you earn above a certain amount per year and you do not have Medicaid, Medicare, or CHIP, you may be penalized on a yearly basis. The following options allow you to have your insurance active, but if you go to a doctor, there may be other expenses for you to pay. You have 3 options to choose from. Option 1 is the employer health insurance, which means that your employer will pay for the cost of your premium. The premium is the amount that you have to pay on a monthly basis to have your insurance active. Option 2 is the basic individual health insurance. And option 3 is the premium individual health insurance. The difference between the basic and premium individual health insurance is the cost that you may have to pay out of pocket for additional items besides the cost of your visit. For example, if you injure yourself and you need to have an x-ray done, premium individual health insurance may cover the cost, but basic individual health insurance may not. You also have the option to include vision care and dental care, which are not required. I have selected premium individual health insurance and dental care. For additional information, you can learn more about coverage at healthcare.gov or read more about the law at U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the personal care category. If you enjoy taking care of yourself, this is a category for you. Under this category, you can make as many selections as you please. You can choose the basics, which allows you to buy personal hygiene products like soap, shampoo, toothpaste, and deodorant. The health and fitness option, which allows you to get gym memberships, activity trackers, and fitness attire. Professional services if you like to get haircuts, manicures, pedicures, and more. Extras if you like to buy styling gels, hairsprays, makeup, cologne, or perfume. And luxuries if you like to get massages and spa treatments. For this category, I will be selecting all of the options. Once you have selected your options, go ahead and click Next to go into the entertainment section. For the entertainment section, you can make as many selections as you want. Keep in mind that everything in this category is a want and not a need, but it is your life and you can choose to use your money as you please. If you like to stay home playing games, reading, or streaming shows, you can select the home bundle. If you like to go to the movies a couple of times a month and buy snacks, you can click on the fun bundle. If you enjoy going to the beach, hiking, or camping, we have the adventure bundle. If you like to go bowling, watching sporting events, or going to amusement parks, the amusement bundle. Or if you like concerts, festivals, or any other types of shows, the party bundle. I have selected all the options under this category. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and scroll down and click Next to go into the Miscellaneous section. For this section, you can pick as many options as you want. If you want to buy other items that have not been mentioned before, like cookware, houseware, or a bike, you can include other items. If you choose to have a pet, include the pet care option. But keep in mind that even though they are wonderful, they are also very expensive. When you have a pet, you have to provide them with food, if you travel out of town, with day or night care, and sometimes even health care. If you like to take vacations, you can include the vacation option. If you like to have the newest phone, game system, laptops, or a TV, include the new electronics. If you want to make sure that you have beds, couches, a stove, fridge, microwave, and a washer and dryer, include the furniture and appliances option. I have selected all the options under this category. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the student loan debt section. Under this category, if you plan to be 100% covered by financial aid, obtain scholarships, join the military, or go directly into the workforce, then you can click on Debt Free. If you plan to obtain a certificate, associate's, bachelor's, master's, or a PhD degree, you have to decide if you want to attend a public, private, or for-profit post-secondary institution. UTRGV, STC, Texas A&M, and UT Austin are examples of public institutions. St. Mary's, St. Edward's, and Rice are examples of private institutions. Grand Canyon University, DeVry University, and University of Phoenix fall under the for-profit institutions category. Public institutions tend to be cheaper than private institutions. The difference is that you may be with 200 other students in a class in a public institution, compared to about 20 to 30 students in a private institution. The amounts that you see in each section are the average amounts that you have to pay back on a monthly basis for student loans after you have already graduated, not the total cost of the degree. I have selected public under the bachelor's degree option. When making your selection, keep in mind what occupation you are interested in and the education level requirement for that specific occupation. For additional student loan information, you can go to Federal Student Aid and Student Loan Repayment Estimator. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the family category. Having a family can be a loving and rewarding experience, but there's a significant cost involved. Food, housing, childcare, and education costs can add up very quickly. Select I do not plan on having any children if you do not plan to have a child. If you do plan to have kids, make a selection based on the amount of kids you plan to have. I have selected I plan on having 2 children. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and click Next to go into the savings category. Saving money is like paying yourself first. You can choose to pay yourself a little or a lot. For this section, you can elect to save as little as 2% or as much as 10% of all your income earned. You also have the option to not save any money. At first, it may be hard to do, but once you get into the habit of saving, it becomes easier. The savings can either go into a savings account, a retirement account, or a combination of both. Keep in mind that depending on the type of account that you choose to save your money in, you may earn interest which will make your savings grow. Savings can save you when things happen when they're not expected. Some of the benefits from saving money are: they help you in case of emergencies, financial backup in case of sudden job loss, provides you with financial freedom, can help you prepare for retirement, or it can help finance any type of down payment that you may have to give. The larger the down payment, the lower the rates, and the less interest you may have to pay. You can choose one of the following 5 options. I do not plan to save any money, save 2%, save 5%, save 7%, or save 10% of your income. I will be selecting save 5% of your income. Once you have made your selection, go ahead and go to the bottom of the page and click Next to view your totals. In this section, Texas Reality Check has added up all your monthly expenses to figure out the annual cost, which can be seen under your reality check. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you will see that the amount that you have to pay in taxes on a yearly basis has also been added to determine the minimum annual salary for the lifestyle of your choice. Keep in mind that if this is the type of lifestyle you wish to live, this will be the minimum amount that you will have to earn per year. Now, do you remember at the beginning when I asked you to have an amount in mind? Is this amount less or more than what you thought it would be? If you choose to have a partner, the amount can be split between both of you, but you should try to not depend on anyone. Now that you have the numbers, are you ready to explore the different occupations that earn enough for your desired lifestyle? If so, on the right side of your browser, you will see Explore Occupations. Once you're ready to continue, click on the Explore Occupations button to start exploring different careers. The careers shown below are the careers that earn at least the minimum annual salary required for your lifestyle. You can filter the careers by education level, occupational cluster, or if you have a specific career in mind, by career title. If you are unsure of what career you may be interested in, feel free to browse the list of careers listed for you. If you do not see the career that interests you, it is more than likely because it does not earn the minimum annual salary required for your lifestyle. If this is the case, you have to decide on a different career, one related to the career that you were first interested in, or you may want to reevaluate your lifestyle. Once you decide on a career, go ahead and select it, and this will lead us to the last phase of the tutorial. For the purpose of the tutorial, the career that I will be demonstrating for you under the Occupation Profile section will be podiatrist. Under the Occupation Profile, you will find the following information for most occupations: occupation title, occupation code, average wage for Texas, which includes the average annual salary and the average hourly wage, job description, method of entry, endorsements, a short occupation video, and labor market information. The numbers reflected under the labor market information section are for the city of your choice, the state of Texas, and national. And we include data for the following fields: annual salary, hourly wage, salary for the entry-level jobs, salary for experience level jobs, current employment, projected employment, absolute change, percent change, annual job openings, annual openings due to exits, annual openings due to transfers, and annual openings due to growth. As you can see on my screen, there are some fields that lack information, which may also be the case for you. Depending on the career and location of choice, there might not be enough information to populate these fields. To take an in-depth look at the occupation of your choice and learn more about job skills, working conditions, licensing, certifications, and more, feel free to explore Texas Career Check. If you want to see current openings for the career of your choice in the state of Texas, you can visit Work in Texas. Now that you have all this information, you can take the time to explore different careers that you may be interested in. Once you have made a decision about what career you may want to pursue, investigate what you can do right now to start your career pathway to achieve your objective. And for additional information on how we can assist you in preparing for your future, contact us at getempowered@workforcesolutions.org.